It's Jake, right?
It is.
So my name is Jared, and I'll be your physical therapist today.
Okay.
So we're just going to start off today's visit by asking you some questions and digging a little bit deeper on your interview. But before we start that, I just want to ask you, how's the day going? I mean, it looks like school's out for the day, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Can't complain. Like you said, school just got out, so I think it can only go up from here.
Right.
Not like a big fan of school necessarily, but...
So what grade are you in school?
So I just started my sophomore year of high school, so I just entered high school.
Sophomore year?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, I've actually enjoyed it so far. It's a lot better than junior high, so...
What's your favorite part so far?
Oh, definitely getting the license. I just turned 16 not too long ago, so driving has been what I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Awesome. No, I remember driving the first time I got my license, and I got to drive to a sport practice. I felt so cool and felt so free. So it's a fun time.
It is.
So I noticed that you didn't shake my hand with your right hand. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I usually do, but that's actually why I'm here. It's my right shoulder that it's kind of been bothering me, so I didn't want to chance. You never know what the person's handshake's going to be. Sometimes you grab onto Goliath and they rip your arm out. So.
Oh, you're good. So, well, tell me a little bit more about that shoulder then. How'd you hurt it?
Okay, so the other day, well, it's been a few days now. Me and my buddies after school, we were at the gym. We like to go lift weights. We do it just about every day. Anyways, we were doing a shoulder day, and we were finishing up with some shoulder presses. And I was probably going a little heavier than I should have been, trying to impress everyone. And it was pretty close to the last set. I came down, and I was going to press back up, and I just felt a sharp pain right there in my shoulder. And I kind of lost strength, and I had to drop the weights down, and it was just kind of this sharp pain that was just kind of in my shoulder. So I knew at that point, obviously, I had done something probably that I shouldn't have done. So I kind of just ended the weight training at that point.
And then when you were lifting, you say you didn't feel a pop or anything, but did you feel any like a numbness or a tingling or a zing when that happened or afterwards?
Yeah, so initially I felt the sharp pain, and then when I dropped the weight, it was like the pain was still there, but it was almost numb. I don't know if it was because it was so much pain, but it was pretty bad.
Got it. But you're not having any numbness or tingling down your arm right now?
Not anymore. It was just for a little while afterwards.
Okay. And then after the injury, what was kind of your next steps? Did you just go home? Did you put some ice on it? Did you go see the doctor?
Yeah, so at the gym, they actually had an ice machine. So I grabbed a bag of ice, just kind of threw it under my shirt on my shoulder while I drove home. And then I was telling my mom, and she's kind of one of those worry wart people, so she wanted me to go to the doctor. So we went into the clinic there in town, and the doctor did some tests and whatnot. So.
Okay. And do you remember, did he do any x-rays or anything on it?
Yeah, he did some sort of imaging stuff, and I don't remember exactly what all the things he was saying, but basically he told me that I didn't need surgery at the moment. If I could rehab it and strengthen it and get some physical therapy done, then I could avoid surgery. So that's kind of why I'm here, because I don't want to have surgery.
Okay. And then, so just delving a little bit deeper, he said, he didn't exactly say where on the shoulder. So where did you describe your pain? Is it more up front, more in the back?
Yeah,
more
so
kind of on the top
it's
right
kind
here?
of like the top back is where
Okay.
it's a little tender to the touch, but it's really bad. Like if I try to lift my arm up or even forward, but mostly like
Okay.
to the side and up, like just kills.
Got it. Yeah.
It's kind of on the back top.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no. So about right here?
Yeah, right in there.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
And then, have you ever heard this shoulder before?
No, I haven't really ever heard it before. I mean, I play baseball, so I've had it get sore after pitching in, a lot of innings and stuff, but never an injury that isn't anything
Okay.
more than just being sore.
And would you say that pain that you felt from baseball, was it in the same spot or was it a little bit different?
No, it was definitely different. The pain in the
Okay.
from baseball is more like almost like the whole shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like a sharp pain. It's just kind of an uncomfortable,
Okay,
if that makes sense. So.
got it. And are you, with that baseball like ache, was there any sort of, were you feeling that type of pain before the injury or not? Okay.
Mm-mm.
And none of that currently?
No, not currently.
Okay. And then, so now, what are some hobbies or activities that you like to do?
Well, baseball.
Okay,
Big one's
baseball.
coming up soon this season. Sometimes I go golfing with my dad, but I'm not really into golfing, but he is, so I'll just go with him.
Okay, some golfing.
But I definitely like to weightlift with my friends. That's like a big part of what I do. Like I said, I was doing it every single day, so.
Got it, okay. Yeah, no, baseball's a fun game. So what position do you play?
Third base.
Third
Mostly,
base. So,
yeah.
well, cool. And then, I know with shoulders a lot of times they can affect kind of like our daily routines. Is there anything around the house or at school that the shoulder's making more difficult?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I've been struggling with, honestly, is just getting dressed in the mornings. I didn't realize how many different movements you had to do, but putting on my shirt's been really hard because I went from, not having to think about putting on a shirt to really having to kind of plan it out how I'm going to do it, which is kind of weird, but I just try to keep my arm down as much as possible to avoid the pain.
Okay. So putting on your shirt. Anything at school, handwriting, or anything like that?
No, not really at school. I mean, sometimes I'll get bumped in the hall, but it's like I can handle it. It's not
Okay.
crazy bad.
Got it. And like right now, what would you say your pain levels would be?
Probably like a 5 right now.
Okay.
So
And I see here that you're taking ibuprofen. Does that help keep it at a 5 or?
yeah, sometimes it'll go even below a 5, but I take the ibuprofen for the pain for sure. I just try to keep that always on hand so I can take it when after the time's up. I can take some more.
Got it. Okay. And have you been doing anything besides the ice to control pain?
So I initially put the ice on it, and then I have put some ice and heat on it since the actual day of injuring it, but not anything like consistent. It's just
Okay.
here and there I'll be watching TV and throw some ice on it or whatever.
So now I'm just going to ask you, so in one word, how would you describe your overall health? Because I noticed you didn't put any yeses for you have any current conditions or any health problems.
Yeah, I would say my overall health is really good.
Okay,
Don't
that's
feel like I have
great.
any issues. So
Awesome.
I mean, now my shoulder's a little
Yeah.
bit messed up, but before that I didn't have anything.
Okay, and then so just a couple questions about the rest of the body besides that shoulder.
Okay.
Have you ever had any balance issues or trouble standing?
No.
Okay. You've never had any problems with your heart or?
No heart problems.
Okay. And unrelated to your shoulder, have you had any numbness or tingling, like in your arm, down your leg, or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Never had anything like that.
And no, I know you mentioned the kind of your pitching, and you kind of get sore there. But besides that, any other injuries that I should be aware of?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing that comes to mind.
Sounds good. So now, just kind of a recap to make sure I got everything straight, Jake. So it sounds like you hurt your shoulder doing kind of an overhead press as you were pressing up and you felt a sharp pain. You immediately stopped working out, put some ice on it, went to the doctor that night, and he found no reason to do surgery and thought physical therapy was the best option. And it sounds like you like to do weight training and baseball and maybe some golf. You want to get back to all those type of things and just doing activities around the house, simple things like putting on your shirt that won't be painful.
Yeah.
So, and then as part of one thing that makes my job easier is if we make goals together.
Okay.
I like to make short-term and long-term goals. So what what would you think would be a good short-term goal for you?
Well, one of the big ones I think could be just getting rid of the pain.
Okay,
and helping me be able to move it better, maybe.
That's a great goal for a short term. And then long term, what would be a good long term goal for you?
Well, like I said, baseball's coming up pretty soon. I definitely don't want to miss out on any of the season, so
Okay.
hopefully be back playing baseball. I think would be good. And if I'm at that point, I'm probably gonna be able to lift again, so probably just returning back to my sports.
Okay, great. So our goals will be, let's try to get that pain down first, and then we'll strive to get you back on the baseball diamond and back in the weight room, okay?
Okay.
So, and now the next part of our exam, to kind of get a baseline, we're going to be doing some range of motion and measuring that so we can see your progress, and we're also going to be testing the muscular strength.
Okay.
And that will be the next part of our exam, okay? So we'll go ahead and start on that.
Okay, sounds good.